A strong fragger on the T side for this team, for this German squad. They've already been able to take this outside bomb site with really out much contention. They got set up in pop. They're trying to watch towards CT as well. As you see Denis here rallying off a couple of shots, but not really connecting until he gooshes Oskar. Pressure is still coming towards Z though, which that's going to be, I believe, faveN to actually watch off on. He gets another goosh as well. So this is being very difficult for the side of Sinners, losing a lot of HP. Oskar and NEOFRAG both extremely low in HP as Oscar's going to fall, and they're just winning these duels one by one. That's going to be Sprout taking them.
Would be a great start to the year from them. However, I don't necessarily think he's going to be the focal point of Spiidi. That is a rough task. Yeah. Losing his life early on. He is playing the bait role, though. So although he's lost a Galil, it more comes down to this B push. NEOFRAG, though, he's been given so many chances to just tap that deagle away. Already taking 2 players with him, faveN and Denis. Let's just say faveN is going to be left to try and clutch this. He's another one who, since the changes in this roster, seem to have given more of a star role, but this is a bit of a tough ask. Like, not really anywhere for him to go at this point.
Yeah, he's actually connected through the smoke as well. He's going to fall. Yeah, NEOFRAG, you talked about him before. Again, 2 big kills, his first 2 of the game, coming through right there with the deagle. They pick themselves up a victory here in round 2, and Sprout not going to get away so cleanly here with 2 back-to-back. But they got 2 AKs and a Galil rescue. Onto Oskar, I'd say. But kressy, somehow he's been able to get out towards E-Box, and he hasn't necessarily been spotted too much yet. Using that smoke to his advantage, trying to get some extra ground gained here. Unfortunately, the smoke is helping him and hurting him at the same time, as he's down to just 10 HP remaining.
Spiidi, okay. It was looking like this round was almost coming to a close as Sinner started to really put the pain down onto the majority of the players, but Spiidi with 2, and now faveN coming back with another. It's still going to end in a 2v2 situation, and well, slaxz, his scout is probably not the ideal weapon here, but never mind, a wallbang kill onto Oskar. I guess it definitely helped that he was a little bit lower than what we'd seen on the rest of the team. However, NEOFRAG has someone who, wow, he impressed me a lot yesterday. Sneaking through the smoke, he already nails the first, and bear in mind, Spiidi's already low, wrapping round the corner. He makes it look easy. A 1v2 doesn't...
Far. You have to remember, this is Sprout's choice. And Sinners, if they want to have a good chance on this map, what they need to do is have a strong... As we see beastik just poised for some very early control and towards main for that early information. The smoke's going to come through. Denis going to push past it, but push to his death. And again, no chance for the refrag there. No one there.
That's where things truly get scary. So far, so good. Although they do manage to force out ZEDKO. slaxz has actually found another pick. And I said it's normally difficult from this point onwards, but Sprout, they're looking to prove me wrong. beastik does take 1 as he falls back to the site, but low on HP and isolated. It leaves this man again. 1v2 looked easy. But will the 1v3 be possible, Jason?
Okay, money. Neo can drop. Oskar can drop. And they're going to need to because they have 2 players with not enough.
I don't think that would be a common occurrence. I want to say that Sinners are better than that. And I like this. beastik, he was someone who was relatively quiet, but he's been very aggressive so far.
Never expected beastik. I mean, the push of the smoke, gain the first kill with the flash. All right, but then just to 180 and say, I'm going to just spray through the smoke. I'm going to catch Denis.
Financial security, but I don't really like it, to be honest. NEOFRAG, this time, it's finally caught out. And well, it's not going to matter. There is a free gun available eventually for Spiidi once he makes his rotation. And they're going to get this site for free. Now, that's the...
Here for Sinners, they need to maintain the op. They need to maintain a healthy economy. As you said before, this being the hardest T-side map out there in the pool. Can't afford to be giving over so many rounds to the opposing side. I just wonder if they're going to go towards double op as a consistent thing.
I'm interested to see what Sprout do this round. Because the last one was a freebie. Oh, okay.
Oh, no.
faveN, does he go through? Ah, I thought for a second, like, the timing might have actually worked out in his favor, but not this time. Well, again, we've seen the opener go in favor of this CT advantage. beastik, he's continuing to push. This is cocky. This is very cocky, but you know what?
Strategy aspect, or whole aspect of having an op on your team and using it well, and as we saw it work with slaxz yesterday, they've just completely eliminated the chance.
I think as well at the moment, Sprout are missing their 1-2 punch. Like I spoke about the push and pull. Okay, slaxz. He's had enough of A main. He's had enough of beastik as well. So, well, this is the one in the 1-2 punch. Spiidi's going to get dropped. That's the bomb on the deck. Denis has been having a rough time, and he's normally the man that makes space for the side. Oh, that would have been a tilter. If he'd gone down there, that would have been incredibly frustrating. But there's the difference. He finds a kill, the peek comes out, and instantly faveN's able to get enough space to find another one. Without Denis, this team just seems to almost fall apart. But even just the single kill he managed to get in this round earns enough space for faveN to do the damage. slaxz as well. Impressive.
Especially when it came to T main. But I guess they're going to go a little bit more passive as beastik. Well, he's not going to go passive. He gets the 1-for-1 trade. That was into T main. Denis getting the kill. Now still looking to push out. Now ZEDKO on the side of bomb train. He's got 2 players right in front of him. Get flashed out of the position. A bad job here so far on the T side as well. It forces ZEDKO to back away into a Molotov, but still somehow, some way he gets the kill, and Shock has the crosses on top of that.
Yeah, it seemed like it was an unwinnable duel, but here you go. There is a double AWP now. Shock on the secondary, just picking them apart, and slaxz. Again, eventually will find himself a kill. Now there's a... So he's going to have plenty of time to get an open plant, reposition, and then I think he's going to have to aggress somewhere. Now, be that all the way into the ramp to try and catch the player from behind, or to try and spot the player coming through connector. The thing is, though, Shock has come in on a very, very fast flank, and I don't think he's going to expect anybody to be here this soon. A little bit of a bait being sold by his teammate. Very well played from Sinners. Great synergy. And you could see Oskar, all he was doing was, hey, look at me. Look, I threw a smoke. Look, oh, look at this flash. Yeah, focus on me. I'm going to be the one to peek first. While his teammate is just wall-rolling. Or you'll just have to have a crazy streak of rounds, which is very much possible. Oh, attempted shot on the headshot angle. NEOFRAG. No, he actually goes in! I thought he'd get 1 and fall back, but the man has no fear. Drops the bomb. Triple kill. His B-site defense, sure, it had a few blips here and there, but he has been phenomenal. Spiidi, you could tell, Spiidi was like... He's also being flanked on by beastik, who has pushed all the way through A main and gets a free kill at the end. He's had a... Clearly got their confident boosts on. And well, here comes the peek. It is almost perfect. Kressy with a snapback headshot.
Surely there won't be a second player there.
Surprise!
Moments before disaster as a big green barreling down directly on top of him. And that's going to do it. 11-4 half in favor of Sinners, putting themselves
here. Otherwise, they could be looking at, well, 13-4 before they get a bye. And that's if they don't force, maybe even further. Denis. Only going to be able to get one. NEOFRAG has been superb. In fact, there's been so much depth to this roster thus far. ZEDKO now stepping up and leaving Spiidi alone. They line up, but that's not really what you want with the USP. Not quite the gun you'd be hoping for. And sure, a single frag comes through.
This pushing so aggressively here against them. Not going to be expected out of Sprout. The flank has not come in. And now it's just a shooting gallery for them. Every time they peek, they get some angles. NEOFRAG gets another double. He's up to 18 kills so far. And Shock will... They're all going to be behind you. They actually spot you, faveN. Going to be looking for a kill, but he's not going to get a single one. ZEDKO picks up 2, and Spiidi, who was the first point of contact in the B site, now the last alive in CT spawn.
I think the thing I'm enjoying most about Sinners is it's almost like, you know when a lot of other people know that like a team's pretty good, but okay, guys, come on. Come on, I'm trying to big you up here. I'm trying to big you up. Let's not keep giving kills over to a deagle. You don't, like, you've not skimped on utility. They have invested into this. They have put their eggs into this basket. Well, so far, so good. Spiidi, that AUG. He's definitely been one of the people I've been seeing using this very regularly. Now, for Oskar, ideally, best case, he probably saves this AWP. But that is a long while this is going on. Have you played GeoGuessr?
I have not played it, but I have watched people play it, yes.
Have you seen the Battle Royale guesser players in the world? Because they could just go, right, that's my home. I know where that is.
That's true. I think if you challenge them to like naming the states in the U.S., like tell me what state
I can. No, I'd be the worst at that in the universe.
I feel like there's a lot of people who'd be mad at that.
Mainly, I'll be honest, I don't care.
I mean, you've been to the U.S. at least once, because I know we were both there in California.
Twice. I've been twice.
Well,
went to Atlanta as well.
There you go. Oh, yeah, for G-Man. Well, we do have Sinners Very strong start. 2 kills. Kressy and Denis going to fall. Spiidi, though, in a nice position. He's got himself the AUG as well. He might be able to hear the bomb. He should be able to hear the bomb being planted, but he doesn't have the angle, unfortunately. Maybe get the kill when beastik backs away, but look at that. beastik just crouching out, making sure he can't be seen from heaven. They know it's not clear, and well, now Spiidi's going to finally give up the game. It centers to 15. 1 step away, 1 round away from the first map of the series done, and getting themselves 1 match closer. 1 map closer, I should say, of getting into the finals here.
I'm actually curious if he had just stayed there, if he would have died to the bomb.
Right.
Like how much damage he actually would have taken.
I was unsure.
Because it's not something I've tested. I've never seen someone try and save up there. Sure that when this man goes missing, Sprout can falter.
There you go. slaxz gets a nice kill. Saves out from the last round. Gets 1. Down to 49 HP, yes. But still kills are what they're going to need. A shot's going to respond onto Denis. That's going to be his 21st death, unfortunately. The bomb trying to get out through main, but look at the positions that the T's have for Sinners. 1 old bomb train, 1 backlines. They're holding such odd angles here. They're just hoping the CTs get aggressive, which it seems to be happening with Spiidi, pushing directly into NEOFRAG. He's opened up the B site. That's where the bomb's going to be going, and the rotations are now going to come through. But what can Shock accomplish is what I'm curious about. Coming in from CT, he's going to run straight past a member and follow to kressy. Down to the 2-on-3 and faveN. He's already tucked up really tightly. Down to the 2-on-2 as again NEOFRAG chimes in for his 2nd kill of the round. Oh no, he gets caught looking the wrong way. Neo gets a 3rd. Now it's all on slaxz in the 1-on-2 to save this map. And beastik closes it out as he started things up.
They actually bought a couple of Molotovs into the pistol round as well to clear out any of those close angles, and they're going to go fighting. Maybe a bit of a risk trying to get up close with the Glocks. There's 2 players here, so I'd be surprised if they get away with anything. And sure, the bomb's gone to Oskar is dead. There is no way he gets out of this corner. If he gets a single kill, I'd be impressed. ZEDKO's managed to catch off the flank, so at least that's something. But surely they've got to get rid of Oskar, and they do. Kressy with a double, and ZEDKO, he needs an ace. It's not going to happen.
Well, if you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen is what they say here. Sprout take themselves a pistol round.
The deep utility thrown down, and his teammate holding a FAMAS to try and help out if necessary. That is bold. Over the top of the...
So it's not like they can stop the bomb from being planted if it does make its way in towards side. And speaking of Molotovs, we have it thrown in from the T side. And slaxz gets caught looking the wrong way, and beastik living up to his name, beasting into the site. And Sprout now with 2 left alive are looking to save. Sinners not lose a single player, get a very clean 2nd round.
Openers, but no, just going to keep everything they've got. Respectable, some decent money making. And I guess the other side of the coin is loads of money to buy in the next round. I like this though from Sprout. Realizing they don't have the utility to delay, they're going to get up in the faces of their opponents. And Spiidi, his 1st kill is an impactful one. NEOFRAG is lost, but there's a reaction. Sinners are not just sitting here waiting for them to be pushed. They are taking control of their own. They are reclaiming middle, a portion of the map that we've mentioned before is fairly underutilized. beastik still on an absolute tear. This man seems to have his struggles. Going off what Liquipedia said as well, he is the in-game leader of the team, so it's...
They've got 9 matches on Nuke. They got 28 matches on Inferno, 15 on Dust 2, 10 on Mirage, 19 on Vertigo, 15 on Train. They've been playing so... Shoot you gun into the air Tuesdays in the US.
Yeehaw!
Oh no, beastik. He's on a Galil. He doesn't need a Galil. He has 14,000. I think this is showing like the confidence they have. Kressy's down, Denis low on HP. Looks like they're going to continue to push in towards this B site. And Denis is going to be completely overwhelmed, but at least Spiidi's there.
But at the same time, it gives time for Oskar to be in position. They want to try and deny this pump. They can't do much about it. slaxz will sneak in. NEOFRAG needs to at least get the bomb down, and that was almost a kill. The tag through. Now it's left all onto Shock, and he's been caught from behind. This round is over. There's nothing he can do to stop this. I like the idea from Sinners, but slaxz with his peek back in does enough to keep them alive in this one. As usual, getting that match.
I mean, slaxz down.
Maybe beastik's just a Galil expert. Like, he's been practicing on it for years.
He did mention Astralis saying that the Galil's better than the M4. Not better than AK,
I feel
obviously.
like they did that just to get interactions.
What?
Not that anyone would ever do that.
Farming interactions on social media? That's just crazy.
Like even farming kills.
Oh, yeah. That's
2-4, 3v4 as ZEDKO go pushing into the site.
I had no idea where you were going with those numbers.
Managed to find a trade. ZEDKO doing a good job, and actually, well, they stop Oskar planting. Maybe should have just let him get it through. It's still turned inside, but the fact is he hasn't. It is going to be the A site plant. Spiidi now realizes, but by this point, the bomb's already down.
You're saying that ZEDKO small brain Spiidi. Oh, even hits the follow-up.
A hell of a lot of money. They've used a fair amount of utility early. A different boost for faveN. The last one failed miserably. And Shock on the other side of the map. It's going to get dropped by slaxz. AWP again, starting things off well. Sinner's more than happy to sit pretty, wait for a smoke or two to fade, but there is that boost finally paying some dividends. A 3 versus 5 situation for Sinners to try and get back into, and the smokes are going to make things a little bit awkward for both sides, I want to say. Hot flash comes out, Spiidi is waiting. What? Okay, ZEDKO, just fly through the air and dome both players on this site. The bomb slowly making a cross. This would be a ludicrous round for them to take the victory, but a final Molotov thrown in. The bomb not actually being dropped, and somehow it now comes down to a 1 versus 2. It has slipped away, but have they got the wrong read? They seem to think that maybe he's coming in from behind. Both players watching the wrong direction, but Neo...
And ZEDKO, I'd be afraid. Just kind of being left to himself here, trying to push in the B site. You got to better win out these trades, and, well, there will be...
Find these openers. Spreads the defense a little bit thin. Kressy, they're going to know he's behind this pillar now, although nobody actually looks to check, and he's able to get away with 2. Far more than he ever should have done. It's actually Oskar to kill him off with the AWP through smoke. faveN's position has been given away. And slaxz slowly rotating in from behind, but the amount of time that's gone through, eventually, Sinners are going to realize it doesn't matter, though. He's ready and waiting. beastik, 20 HP. Numbers wrong way around. He's going to peek out, but he's not going to connect the shot. Nice work from slaxz. A decent flank, but I think the crucial point of that round was actually kressy. Like, they had the Molotov for the position, Jason, but nobody actually watched to see if there was anyone there.
Time for Sprout. But Denis now, he's the one getting aggressive. He's going to win the trade against ZEDKO, which is a massive victory for them, considering how more than 3, potentially 4.
Spiidi this time does play a more passive stance, and this has worked much better. faveN is the aggressor, playing close. There's sort of bait and switch, but Oskar still manages to trade it back.
Either way.
Well, they are going to go for this plant. The nades dunked in. Will leave Shock very low, but hey, they at least got the plant down. Oskar will take one away. And actually, the remaining players were incredibly low on HP. Unfortunately, that doesn't really matter too much. There's an AWP to be retained and some AKs to be picked up, but hey, I guess that spreads the wealth a little bit.
Frags for his team, but consider the performance he had on Train. This kind of is quiet. He's massively picking up double kills time after time. Box nade hits him right in the head. Flashbang comes through, but he's able to get the second.
Maybe you're a better analyst than me. Very much possible. Looks like Kressy's about to come under some pressure. He does find himself a 1-for-1 trade. Not too bad in the circumstances, and a quick rotation available for Denis. Fantastic incendiary late into the round as well. Going to make this take very, very awkward. Shock does manage to bypass it, and hello, that's a decent headshot. Trades coming back and forth. Somehow this ends in a 1 versus 1, but the clock is ticking. Spiidi has wrapped around and got himself into position. It's him facing off against ZEDKO, and the timing couldn't be any better.
Here we go. Push comes in. Pretty dry, to be honest. No smokes to cover off anything deep. So they're relying heavily on aim, but it's not really going their way. Sprout able to pick up 3 big kills. And a 4th as well with slaxz, leaving it all onto the 1 player of Shock. Shouldn't be that doable for him, especially when he's already been found out. And Sprout, a very clean round.
Because I think that's where they were losing a hell of a lot of the opening duels. Kressy's still been able to put pressure at least. And now, well, maybe gaining some of that confidence back. They've started to battle for things once again. Sinners maybe not expecting them to go back to that pushing style, and have caught them off guard for it and slaughtering them as they walk. It looks so tempting. I'd just jump off the map at this point. There you go, that's 1. Only 4 more to go. You never know. Although you probably have a pretty decent idea. And there you go. faveN will...
Continuing kressy. Is he going to expect this? Oh. Dirty. Gets the kill. Mid's open. I think they know it's going to be a B hit now as rotation is going to come in from the A site. Shock looking for a couple of kills, but he can't see any of them. And he can't hit any of them. They just prance into the B site. At least beastik's able to respond, so provides another angle for them to use. The death trap walking out, and faveN takes his head clean off. NEOFRAG and oskar, last two remaining, trying to push in, but they just have no chance. And Sprout will only lose one as they take.
Throw the bomb off the map, but thankfully it does just spawn back up. I think there's been once where I've seen like a clip of it going straight down. Okay, beastik. All right, close range deagle. Definitely not overpowered Counter-Strike. Definitely not something that needs to change. The fact that you can just spam deagle shots and find yourself 2 kills like that. Not the start that they were hoping for. And bear in mind how the last half started for Sprout. Exactly the same way. Winning the pistol and then losing the second. They can't afford it to happen again.
Oh, Sinners are getting antsy. Spiidi not even looking. beastik connects again with some more damage. Just shocks there. beastik, 3 kills. And the tag on faveN. Leaving it all into kressy alone against 3. And the 3 players are here to defend. 50 seconds left to go, so technically he could rotate back. I'm surprised he doesn't go back and pick up an AK. He keeps the map 10 instead. That's going to be...
Look at it. You absolute rat, beastik. No, they're not going to check. There's no way they get the bomb down here. Although he does actually peek and only get 1. That angle's so dirty. Not quite as bad as the one that Furia came up with, but even still, 15 seconds. They can't do anything. What is with these deagle kills? They don't even need to...
They seemed like... I don't know, the push kind of seemed awkward. Like, the utility wasn't really there for them to provide cover. Oh, okay, all right. Nice little double nade. But they didn't really have, like, the utility planned out to cover off the angles to get in towards the site. They got picked apart before they even got there. Again, not having that presence early on. Spiidi. Oh, don't tell me Spiidi's gonna die because oskar's coming around. Oh, oskar got pulled the other direction because of some action over on the other side. They do take the B site, so not bad. Yeah, they get an op in the hands of Denis. Now it's a 5-on-3 in Sinners. Do you potentially not go for this? I think maybe just trying to punish their economy, get some kills if possible. Oh, Neo. Second he turns around, slaxz. This most certainly should be a kill if they keep going that way.
That's 1 for beastik. It really does depend how much more he can get in this, and the answer is absolutely nothing. Oskar now has fallen into an attempt to save. Nice shot onto slaxz. Going to try and take away what he can. Of course, some of the players don't actually have any weapons on their side, so kressy can just opt to hunt this down, but now finding an M4, and they're going to want to try and remove this AWP. Making some extra money here anyway, because this was just... And that is that if Sinners do win this, we're going to have Shock versus Shocks tomorrow.
Yeah. Looking forward to it, if it happens. kressy with a nice little opener on the B side, but oskar skill...
Yeah, they have to get rid of Denis. Like, his position's so irritating. Oskar knows it, but he misses his shot. And now everything's going to tumble. This is the domino effect. They have to go back and kill him, and instead Denis just comes alive at the perfect moment. He's taking control of the B site, and although they'll hear the bomb going down elsewhere, it doesn't matter. They can't go anywhere. They can't escape, and beastik opts to try and push forward, try and take the site instead. Nice shot from NEOFRAG. He knows that at some point there is going to be a peak, and well, it's actually the man in front.
And Denis' chance to move up and, well, look for the kill. faveN's actually going to get very aggressive towards ramp, and so is ZEDKO towards B. He's going to trade 1 for 1. He's got the smoke to cover them off.
Weapons juggled around. In fact, they've gone against Bogdan's law and given Denis the low HP player. Again, another angle, a little ratty one from ZEDKO. I will call it that, even though that's something I regularly use in my matchmaking games, because it is filth. But yeah, only going to get 1. A little bit impatient, perhaps, and they're quite happy with that trade. Oskar, again, not going to be connecting his shots. Seemed like he had an opportunity. He's getting spammed through. Headshotted by faveN, who's going to take 2 names for the price of 1. Leaving beastik alone. He's trying to sneak through to deny, but slaxz is holding his team.
Situations, the round seems to almost be done before we even get the bomb down. faveN, there's... all right.
In some fake grenades as they look to double back into the A site, and they've caught the question, caught the eye of Oskar, and his peak is going to be met with a bullet to the brain. ZEDKO, he doesn't even realize there's still a player. Stop the oncoming bombardment.
Maybe just look to save the gun now. A little bit overwhelmed in the B site, and he will fall. beastik last up. It's the second time that we've seen Sprout use that nade at the B site. Last time it actually got them a kill. I think that was one of the first rounds they were able to take on the T side. faveN just lurking, trying to look for beastik. They might actually miss each other, but faveN's going to round the corner in time.
And now finally taking themselves a lead. We'll see if there's going to be a break in that streak. Because otherwise, it is looking like we might be heading to a map 3. Going to start things off strong. Denis will finally look to challenge onto Shock, who hasn't had much to do because of his positioning. beastik, always good for a kill with the deagle. Never forget it. At the same time, there's still plenty to be done as the push still looks to come in onto this B site. A same position for ZEDKO. He's not going to change things up, and he finds so much with the MP9. The remaining player of kressy is only on 23 HP as well, so a single bullet will do it. And now Denis is left to try and drag this back.
At least for them, they have every bit they could possibly want to use in this round. Winning this round again won't bankrupt Sprout either. But oskar able to start things off with a clean kill into faveN. That's been the real nuisance for them. faveN on, again, 27 kills in 27 rounds. And Neo, I guess it's a good time for him to get some confidence back. Obviously, will be traded out, and Denis able to get 2. You talked about him on the T side and how impactful he can be. Well, him and kressy have been able to actually get the man advantage back in favor of Sprout.
Yeah, it seems like they might be letting this one slip away. oskar's gone quiet. Shock now going to be the only defender on this site once again, and Denis, he now steps up to tear them a new one. oskar might just be looking at this AWP in his hands and thinking, you know what, I fancy keeping this into the next round. The problem is we've really not seen much. But I don't think they're going to find him. 77,000 kills he's had with this AWP.
Not his AWP, though. A very crucial battle between the two teams. Can't quite see his head, but he's going to spot 1 and the second, but more importantly, backs away. Again, man advantage for Sinners. And now faveN. Oh my god, how do you do that?
Even fleeing takes a hell of a lot of damage. As they do continue this push forward, Spiidi just looks to try and overwhelm oskar, and that's exactly what he'll do. No support for the AWPer, and no chance to hold on. ZEDKO looking like he's going to try and make a play of his own. 2 players behind this. He's been tagged up, now starting to take damage. It's actually his teammate to kill him off. This is a calamity for Sinners. Mistakes being made in a crucial round for them. A chance for map point, and beastik looking to round the corner. kressy's waiting. The shot's not being connected in a headshot angle with in the early stages of this round, and instead, Sprout come back once again.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Okay. Nice 2 kills. I mean, that's the second round. Basically, the full buy coming for Sinners. Momentum completely against them as Mirage is looking like it's going to be happening here again. oskar.
Use that so that they think they're going for the boost on the left, when in fact they're going to jump up to the right. Gives kressy a little bit of extra ground, and there's a surprise, but the surprise is actually for kressy. Because the low HP ZEDKO is going to find another kill. They've got 30 seconds, so they have to get a move on. Another one. Unfortunately, he's not anywhere near the action. But they have to go now. And surely there has to be some sort of peek or crossfire. They're just allowing Shock to go down. Almost using him as bait here. The remainder of the team still there, but Denis just explodes into action.
ZEDKO with the Molotov in towards window. Actually try to rotate players out towards middle. The problem is there's going to be 2 players towards short, 3 players towards short. And Sprout just don't seem to care at all. He's going to push directly into this and at least confirm the last. oskar and Shock, they're going to get inside the site. They should be able to get the bomb down. At least it's a plus. Maybe they can win the round with Shots hitting shots like this. Now down to the 2-on-2. How quickly the tides have turned. And Denis and faveN pushing back in.
That was ridiculous. I'm hoping he doesn't have too many more of them in his locker. Otherwise, I feel like we might as well just call this one done. A 2 versus 4 situation. Denis does have an incendiary. What is this? The P250 brilliance. He's still going to clutch. He's trying to bait faveN into thinking he's crossed, but I think he's just spotted him out. Still just going for what? What is this?
Out towards mid, so this will definitely be an A-site hit. Oh, he turns away at the wrong moment, but luckily, ZEDKO is going to respawn. Denis, in the meantime, is actually pushed out of B completely, so he's going to be on a very quick rotate around, and time is starting to tick away here for Sinners.
Oh, it's not looking bad for Sprout, though. They're doing quite a lot of damage. Denis as well on the flank. This is perfectly timed. Looking like they want a little bit of revenge. It's like, you know what? Maybe you'll win both the pistols and we'll win both the second rounds. Not this time, though. ZEDKO again.
slaxz blinded up, connects on the shock, and a second. Look at this aggression, the confidence coming out of him yet again. Oskar, he's going to be able to shut him down, luckily. Little damage has been done. Neo falling. Not very likely Sinners can take this round, especially with the amount of Augs they're up against. And Oscar's like, you know what?
Seems like Oskar wants to give this a go. There's a chance. I was going to say there's a chance he gets the player on stairs, but the player below would have killed him anyway. Winning
these rounds confidently. Likewise, Sprout has won, like you said, the last 2 rounds that lose a single member. This time they're going to lose kressy. These equal are able to trade out, except Denis actually pushed the smoke and boosted himself up. And Oscar's not able to get the return frag just yet. He spots him out now, and he's able to get the realignment on towards his head. Puts it at 3 apiece. There's actually no one at the B site. Spiidi's just trying to battle out up against beastik and will win the trade. I'm a favor in this far.
Got that AWP. Molotov going to be thrown down. He's pushed through it. They should hear this. Shock should have a pretty decent idea that there is going to be a man waiting on short. The fact that it's the AWP might give him more of a reason to actually try and challenge it. They're going to spot the players in the window. A missed shot again. slaxz giving them an opportunity here, and in fact, Shock's going to put him down. A second as he looks to jump through. It's left onto faveN, but let's be real, at this point, there's no one else you'd rather have. As he manages to kill both players in a matter of seconds. A double kill for him in this round, and an 8th total.
Gonna try to rescue that op. Hey, let's try not to remember Train. 16-5 finish.
Distant memory.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh. Bye-bye.
He's gonna be right behind him. Oh, Oskar. beastik. Oh, that's one. Oskar not able to hit the shot either. That's unfortunate. They have the bomb. They have control. They haven't lost a single player. And this should be a 6th round.
Yeah, it almost looks like they're just trying to earn style points here. Like this round, kressy goes pushing so aggressively. Nice shot from Shock. There's no way for him to go. You can't really save in the spawn either, but... he's ruined it. That wasn't a headshot, Shock. Come on. Oh, slack. Only given a pixel to hit.
And Sprout are just not really giving him a shot. This reminds me of Dust 2 we had. Oh my god. I think it was actually Sprout versus Saw yesterday. Where Saw just like stopped peeking, stopped getting aggressive anywhere around the map, and let the enemies come to them, and Sprout couldn't do anything in that situation.
Oskar at least gets one. Somehow kressy's alive, but not for long. The wallbang puts him down. Denis maybe a little bit wary that there might be someone peeking him through the murder hole, and there is. ZEDKO turns it back into a 2v2. Both players with AWPs as well. Not ideal, but slaxz has got the right idea. The slow peek is everything he wanted. 21 seconds left. ZEDKO knows he needs to try and find an angle that benefits him, and a tasty shot to turn this back into a possible scenario. faveN's had to leave the AWP behind him. More interestingly, ZEDKO's actually decided to pick one up, looking for the final shot, and he lands it as well.
It looks like it will be towards CT. faveN, he's actually going to play past the smoke, looking for any initial peeks in towards the side. He's able to get the first and then backs off. Man advantage going to Sprout before Neo's able to respawn. That was in towards window, and now they're going to swarm this A site. Smoke's going down. Going to buy some time. slaxz actually up, and Palace not able to hit the first shot, but still, even when he falls, there's still a kill traded. And that nade just did some serious damage over to Shock.
kressy elevated angle and the free kill for him onto Shock. NEOFRAG, a good position though, might not be expected. They've got a player in jungle trying to bait him into a peek. He knows his teammate's not close enough, and kressy again. 14 kills for him now, but there's a player on the defuse. Oh, it's not pretty! The body block doesn't quite come in. He needs the kit to get this done, and I think he might just about have it. It's going to be incredibly close, but kressy gets them through the round.
They've pulled off themselves. It's going to be the question is Neo immediately charges straight up short. But Denis is actually wrapping around underpass. He's going to spot out, well, at least the one play. There's still going to be another play coming in from middle, though. Has a chance to completely decimate this, and Oskar gets the double kill and match 6. Yeah, not even aware.
It was under the scope. No way he could have seen that. ZEDKO might have a chance to trade. I don't know if kressy will be expecting a second player. It seems like he does. A complete reposition as well. This could be a nasty surprise, and it will be. He's playing the thing all together, but again, we will have a purchase for Sinners. We have been struggling over the last few rounds. That was close. Denis a little pointed.
Well, there was a flash, though it didn't blind him at all, and he still gets the one kill. Unable to quite hit the second. Those are going to push out, and that's going to be shot going down. The bomb's been seen. How are they not dealing with slaxz? How is he alive this long? beastik, it comes down to him pushing out a palace to close it out. Down to the 2-on-3 now. The bomb goes yet to make its way in towards sight. But he's going to push the pass. The Molotov turned into a 2-on-2. The op shot out of faveN. What a shot up. It's all into oskar. He's got the bomb, yes. But to clutch this out, faveN, that was fantastic. Him and Spiidi together. Spiidi pushing past the Molotov, really disrupting the chances. And you can see oskar not feeling too careful about the CT side push. And that's going to do it. Sprout. slaxz getting himself 2, installing. They're going to go up to 10. Double digits achieved on the CT side.
Well played by Sprout, but Sinners have got to be kicking themselves. That was their best opportunity to get themselves around. The last of the half, and already oskar's dead. Been having a rough time. I would say, I'm starting to see, like, how on earth did they even get back from this situation? The nade going to make things worse. NEOFRAG at least will find a kill onto Denis. Maybe slightly over-aggressive, but looking to try and find something. And okay, Shot continues to boost that headshot percentage as Spiidi is gone, and being the lone defender of this B site, it gives a chance to wrap around. slaxz is going to be here quickly, but Shock is continuing. A second kill for him already. The only thing could be kressy, because you look at beastik's position, he might start to tell that this position is clear, and instead, kressy could get a free kill, especially onto Shock, who is facing completely the wrong direction. The problem is now, both players are so ridiculously low, that even with a free kill here for kressy, I don't know how he wins it.
Well, that's the start at least. That's the end. faveN, no health, bomb taken away, Molotov on top of it. Shouldn't be any chance the Roy's going to clutch this out. This should end up in a 10-5. Sinner's able to get something going in the very last round. He's going to have to stick it. And beastik with a perfect peek gets
back to basics. Smoke on for the cross to make things awkward for the players on short, and a quick clock push. kressy! What is that? Just bunny hopping through. He's going to retrieve himself a USP. Rotation's being held by Spiidi as well on the lurk, and the clock is ticking. They've got to try and get back in here. The short smoke making things very awkward for them. And where is Spiidi going? He's going around the world. He's going to explore the whole map before anything gets done. If they start picking them apart, they might be able to defuse before he's even in the right position to do anything. All 3 players coming in from short. ZEDKO coming up with another one. slaxz still ready and waiting, but he picks off 2 in the meantime, and Spiidi's flank might not even be needed, because slaxz has just taken this round into his own hands. Finally, Spiidi will make himself known and helps to close the round, but it's slaxz. 30 seconds, Spiidi. It's like, no, don't worry, guys. It was all me.
I thought if anything, you'd go towards short. But Shock
has taken refuge underneath the balcony. That's the AK. That's the danger gun. Sure, the pistols have done so much, but the peak is well timed. It's still only 1 kill. The scout tagging up a few players, and ZEDKO with the deagle is just going to come through with 2, looking for his 3rd. And last round, Spiidi may have had a very small amount of impact. This round, he needed to clutch, and it's not going to happen. Sprout smoking up the stairs. Looking to try and find something into A. kressy, he's pushing with the bomb. That's ridiculous. I don't know if he didn't know he had it. But to be fair, he went back and picked it up, so he should have done. They've left it in probably one of the worst spots in the entirety of the map, and this is a round blame on anyone else.
Well, Tom, remember, he delivered the bomb, and then he died. But clearly, he's working under that same company. They've been able to get Denis extremely deep with the help of the boost. And if he comes out into the B site towards short, this could be a fairly easy B site take. The bomb is
open for business. Should be as easy as you like. He's waiting for his teammates. This is actually really clever. He waited for them to get close enough so that then they're actually quickly getting into the site rather than delaying it. And now he's going to go pushing a little bit further forward. Oskar, I don't think he's even going to expect it to be this far forward. Denis just taking this round into his own hands. The remaining 2 players looking to come up on the flank, but the Sinners have been caught off guard completely. Spiidi now working that P250. He doesn't switch out after one.
Well, at the same rate, though, Tom, the fact that Sprout get this round, basically because of that one play, like they've been struggling.
Theory, it depends how Sinners opt to react to that round, but if they spend any amount of time looking over their shoulder, nice shot.
Well, it might be because there's a man lurking in on site. That's going to be beastik. 30 seconds left to go. They still not spotted him out. Well, now they're going to know because he gets the first kill. Luckily, Kressy's there to actually help assist Teague to the man jumping on top of Ticket Booth. Even though there was 4 to defend, somehow Sprout come out with 3 players still left alive and the bomb being planted.
Yeah, they've taken CT control as well. Gonna go fighting for it. Oskar peeks in, takes one of them down. Gives them more of an avenue. You can see Kressy likely just trying to be holding onto the cross. They're going to try and smoke him out, force him into a bit of an awkward position, but they walk in not checking Spiidi. Did they not know he was there? Maybe not spotted. Kressy landing the other shot with the AWP, and think he took a pot shot at his teammate there. It doesn't matter. He'll kill him.
Okay, I kind of like this. Kressy, I mean, no bomb in his hands this time.
There's actually no support. That's the thing. Like, normally, if you're going to play this angle, you have someone around... Well, I was going to say Ticket. He should just leave. Like, they should just keep the rifles. Chances of them winning this round slim to none. beastik now getting dropped is only going to make things worse. An afterplant is a guarantee, and I genuinely don't think the shot going back to try and fight for this is worth it at all. Because unless he sprays down 3 players in a matter of seconds, you're just not going to stand a chance. And if he gets caught, chances are they won't have much weaponry at all. But it does look like he's still going to try and fight for this. Or maybe just save the AK.
Yeah, you got to play for the overtime at this rate. Especially with the money. Well, the lack thereof on his side. Oskar need to maintain this up. I don't know if he's going to be able to. Spiidi's going to drop him. And just like that, it's just all in the airs. They've been on the grind. They want to prove and show everyone what they can do. But they need to come back in a series. They need to be able to force into overtime.
Again, just look at the pace of which control's being taken. Already pushing all the way up into short, set execution of nades, but the initial duel actually comes through in Palace, and it's going to be Oskar to win it and retrieve himself an AWP. Kressy desperately wanting that trade, and maybe slightly overzealous, wanting to try and get this done as soon as possible. faveN is so clean with the taps.
The flank, Tom.
Yeah. The timing could be awful. He's actually going to check it, and he still wins the duel. Shocker's got to be absolutely kicking himself.
No, don't tell me.
Another player. Oh my goodness,
God.
This man is an absolute... Might be able to make things a bit awkward as they go pushing in, but the problem is I'm never really a fan of an ult in the connector, and faveN is reading them like a book. Every timing, every push. He's got it spot on so far. Is he going to predict the Palace peak? He is! What an ace from faveN!